Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly Cooper in the Thievius Raccoonus for the Sony PlayStation 2 again. In the last video, we completed the first two levels that we could go to, well, that we could choose from in the Panda King Stronghold. And as I was explaining, a shortcut to how to get to the treasure key that you could use for the Master Thief Sprint for the unseen foe, a bunch of gunshots went off. I usually don't talk about real life things on this channel. This is one of the few exceptions I'm going to make. What happened was, this woman shot somebody on the other side of the apartment building that I live at, and then went out and left for a while. And I said at the end of the last video that I would call the cops. I did. They showed up. Turns out the shots were so close that they were from the other side of the building that I live in. I thought maybe they'd be further back in the apartment complex or in a nearby drainage ditch near where I live. Apparently that was not the case for either of them. It was on the other side of the building where I live at. Cops show up. They find the place where the shots came from. This woman who shot the gun suddenly comes back. And she tells the cops that she just went out to buy beer, which the cops didn't believe. She ended up being handcuffed. She ended up being arrested. And she ended up being charged with second-degree attempted murder. Guy who got shot's gonna be okay. I really don't know what else to say about this, except that some of y'all really need to put the guns down. If you cannot, by any means, take care of something without any semblance of anger management or conflict resolution skills, I hate you. I seriously hate you. As for the woman who shot the gun, enjoy prison. That's all I have to say. Enjoy prison. Because you're trash. I honestly hope that you fix yourself as a person, but I have the feeling you won't. You're trash. I hope you stay in prison for a good long while. And that's all I have to say about that. Let's play King of the Hill. Now this stage, and the one that I'm playing after it, also has guns. You want to know what the difference between this and what happened at the end of the last video was? Nobody in real life dies.
Use the left analog stick to aim and the square button to fire.
Right on. I'll keep him covered.
Anyway, this is just like the stage that we did in Mugshot's domain. Left stick aims, square button fires. Also, when Murray's like, oh, let's go, Sly, he doesn't sound as confident as he does in the sequels. It's just a real 180 when you go from the first game to the second and third games, and back again. At least with this stage, you don't have to worry about shooting toxic barrels and accidentally hurting Murray. But this place does have a lot of people with nunchaku, going after Murray. Good thing we got Good thing we got the gold charm for him.
I'm halfway there.
And it's a good thing. But it's just going to get harder from here because of the enemies that we'll be seeing. Also, in case I forget to mention it, you do want to shoot fireworks if you see them. That'll open up some bridges to the rest of the stage. And there's 2 in total that you need to lower.
No. Keep it up.
Sooner or later, Murray's going to reach the treasure key. Before you do that, though, you got to deal with 2 monkeys at the same time. 2 monkeys with nunchaku. And once you approach the treasure key, be on the lookout for enemies. Thankfully, the game zooms in, but you do need to look around and pay attention. And, of course, you want to make sure that you don't hit Murray while you're trying to shoot at these guys. And there should be like 7 or 8 of these guys in all. Maybe not, maybe 9 or 10. But eventually you'll beat them all, and you'll get the treasure key. Anyway, now that we are done with Inside the Stronghold, not Inside the Stronghold, that's where we're at. I meant to say King of the Hill. We have 3 treasure keys. Well, technically 4. We can now go ahead and use the treasure keys on these fireworks. Need to remember to stand here in order to use the keys in the first place. Once we do, just jump up, hit the fireworks, and they'll blow a hole in this rooftop. I want to make sure that I get all these coins. They're going to help me a big deal. And once I break this door, we'll get some dialogue from Bentley.
I've calculated the trajectory of these rockets, and I'm 99% sure you'll be able to ride them all the way to the top of that statue before they explode.
What about that other 1%?
Well, in that case, Sly, you will be blown to bits. But the experience will no doubt be spectacular.
Nice.
Now, to unlock these rockets, you're going to need all 7 of the Panda King's treasure keys.
Right on. I'll steal them in no time.
Apparently Sly likes the idea of being blown to bits in order to get to the Panda King's hideout, or at least a chance of that happening. That's a visual. But anyway, we want to play another level. I'm not going to play that one. That one's going to be saved for another video. Instead, we want to jump onto this platform and hold circle. Then I want to take care of this guy. If I just try to cross this bridge, I'm going to get spotted. He's not going to fall asleep and he's not going to move the flashlight back. Nope, you got to go up there and then sneak up on him this way. And I could have used this little platform and then moved around, but well, I decided to do it the fun way. Here's another level. Rapid Fire Assault. This should look familiar because we did this in Miss Ruby's stage. Or at least in Miss Ruby's hideout.
This vehicle is identical to the one you found in Miss Ruby's lair. Someone with some serious high-tech skills must be providing these guys with hardware. The 5th member of the Fiendish Five, perhaps? Remember, use the left analog stick to move and aim the right analog stick in the direction you want to shoot. You know, I bet that cannon is powerful enough to blow down those heavy security doors.
I mean, we saw this thing do it before when we entered this stage. Also, I am now noticing that you can see Sly Cooper's breath if you stand still long enough. That's interesting. Also, yeah, left stick moves, right stick shoots. It's another one of those kinds of stages again. And for this one, we'll be dealing with more of enemy hatches and barricades and anything, I say as I struggle to find the words. And yeah, just you'll be dealing with monkeys with nunchakus at the start as you shoot down barricades. To get rid of the enemy spawners, just shoot down the wooden parts that make up the doors. And once you get inside this building, you're going to have to be dealing with conveyor belts. And yes, apparently you can turn without, or at least change the direction you're facing without shooting. If you just tap the direction. Anyway, you want to keep moving forward, especially once you're inside the building. Once you're on the conveyor belt, because you'll still be moved around. And you'll also have to deal with 2 hatches worth of enemies instead of 3 instead of 1. I say 3. We're going to see 3 eventually. As a matter of fact, eventually is right now. You just want to stay close to the barricade so that you can shoot them easily. And that way you can just move around, shoot down the hatches so enemies don't come out anymore. And you can eventually progress. By the way, the coins come from shooting down the barricades and the hatches. Don't bother shooting enemies over and over as they continuously spawn, because you're not going to get coins that way. You actually have to destroy the more solid, non-moving stuff to get that to happen. Anyway, we now have these guys with the enemy launching catapults. You can shoot the snowball enemies, believe it or not. Assuming you don't accidentally run into them and you know what you're doing. And as much as I would like to continue forward, I do want to get some coins too. That would be a big help. Now these guys do give you coins if you shoot them down, which is quite alright. I'm getting close to getting my gold charm back again, which I do want to get my hands on. Yeah, you just stand there and cower. I do want to get that gold charm again, because having the 2 hits really helps in a stage like this, especially when we have all sorts of stuff being launched at you. And these icicles that are stuck on the ground, we want to shoot those down as well for a bunch of coins. That's really going to help. But once you go down, you can't go back. So you do want to be careful as you make your way through here, so that way you can destroy as many things as possible and get as many coins as possible for just in case. It's possible to get a very big amount of coins and make it easier to get yourself closer to 1-up or 2. And we should be done with this guy before we know it. And as much as I would like to continue, I'm going to move back and destroy this wall, because I can. Now it's time to get hit again because I apparently did not see that snowball enemy coming. And I want to be super careful as I do things around here. Can I do it this way? Yes, I can. Alright. Let's get back to the wall here and destroy all this. And then we can go over here and destroy this column piece by piece. As we do this, we lower the treasure key and we'll eventually be able to grab it. Well, that was fun. And how am I doing on... I bet I could get some more things here somewhere. I definitely bet that I could get some more things to destroy. Are you going to... Yes, you are. Good. Let's go ahead and smash this. Can I destroy some... Looks like that's going to be as good as I'm going to get as far as destroying anything or anyone for coins. So let's go ahead and do that. Only one coin. That doesn't sound promising. Well, so much for that. I thought maybe I'd be able to destroy another enemy or two to get my hands on some coins and get that gold charm back.
Nice job breaking into the Panda King's compound. I think I figured out a way to get to the top of that giant statue, but unfortunately it's obstructed by this reinforced ceiling hatch.
No problem. They seem to have plenty of firepower around here. I'll just have to find a few more treasure keys to get at it.
Apparently the game decided that I never had this conversation with Bentley. No wonder I went silent. I actually thought I was going to hear like some new dialogue that I hadn't heard. But that wasn't the case. It was just stuff that I've heard before. And let's see here. Can you give me 3 coins? I want to get 3 coins before I end this. And thankfully, I'm able to get 3 coins before I end this. Excellent. Let us go ahead and save our game. That way, I don't have to do any of that ever again. And as for that stuff I was talking about with that woman who shot that guy at the other end of the apartment, if you're wondering how I figured that out, I managed to overhear the cops as they did their job. It was insane, really. And as much as I would, again, as much as I would like for the person who pulled the trigger and fired the gun and ruined the end of the last video, as much as I would love that person to just fix their life, part of me thinks they're not going to. And it irritates me. And it's a good thing I took it out on video game characters with fake guns instead of real people with real guns. Put the guns down. Learn anger management. Learn conflict resolution. Try being rational and not shoot anybody. Anyway, join me next time where we complete 2 more levels of this game. Of this chapter, really. And we will hopefully get much closer to the Panda King. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Which now takes on a whole new meaning after the end of the last video. Don't do anything stupid. And thanks for watching!